Hi, my name's Hannah, if you're new here. I do vlogs, hauls, a little bit of it all. But today, we're ranking Thanksgiving foods. That's right, holidays are upon us. Some of the greatest holidays right around the corner. Thanksgiving, I might have to rate that like number 3, maybe number 2. It's a great holiday. Friends, family, food, what more could you ask for? I thought it'd be fun if we'd rank some of the most popular Thanksgiving foods on Tier Maker. Let's tier it out. Let's see what's great, what's not great, what I'm passing on, and what I would literally go back for seconds, thirds, eat leftovers for weeks. So without further ado, let's get into the rankings. Let's really hash it out. Let me start some controversy here. Let's get in a fight because I have strong opinions. Okay, let's get right into it. Just to be clear, I didn't pick these, okay? I didn't pick what's down here. This is what already came on here. I wish I could have made my own, but not that smart. We've got our different tiers: elite, great, okay, maybe, hard pass. And I don't want to start out too hot. So what we're first gonna do is something safe. Okay, we're gonna go in with squash. Never have I ever ate squash on Thanksgiving. It does seem colonial, but I'm not gonna eat it anytime soon. That's going hard pass. That's just an easy, didn't even really have to think about it, hard pass on squash. To be frank, I don't think I've ever had squash, except for maybe squash spaghetti or something weird like that. I don't know. Anyways, let's go next. Biscuits. They're a staple. I'm more of a roll girl for Thanksgiving. I feel like that's more the vibe for Thanksgiving, rolls. But we'll go, they're just okay. Butter them up, dip them in whatever, put some sauce on them. They're okay. Nothing too special about the rolls. They must be flaky, though. I said what I said. Next up, let's go cornbread. Now, I do have controversial thoughts about cornbread because I've never been a big fan. Never have. Until I tried ones that were made with like sugar, or I think some people put like honey in them and stuff. Changed my life. Still not a great cornbread girl. So we're gonna go okay with them too. Because I do feel like it's a Thanksgiving must-have. You have to have cornbread. But also cornbread kind of reminds me of like ham and beans. Have you ever had ham and beans out of a crock pot? It's not good. Kind of an old person meal. Anyways, next. We're gonna go do something I think is obvious. This isn't obvious for me. Ham. It's elite. I will get seconds, especially if it's like a honey roasted ham, one that's got that good glaze on top. Ham's where it's at on Thanksgiving. I know turkey's the classic, it's the staple, it's the icon, but I always choose ham, and I always go back for seconds with ham. So next we'll do turkey. Turkey's great. You have to go great with turkey because it's the reason for the season. You know what I mean? You think of Thanksgiving, you think of a few things. Cornucopia, Pilgrims, Native Americans, turkey. What they do, they ate turkey. That's just what they did. Read a history book. Next, we're gonna go jellied cranberry. Hard pass. I don't think I've ever had that. I have seen it, of course, but like, how do you eat that? That's my question. Do you just like slice it and eat it? I've never had it. Anyways, next. We're gonna go, oh my gosh, I didn't even see dinner rolls is on this. Dinner rolls, elite. We'll go back for seconds. Like, I went so hard on biscuits because I didn't think dinner rolls was on this list, but it was on this list. Dinner rolls, I'll be getting a couple of those bad boys. And I'll probably be eating them for days. Next up, gravy, elite. Drown everything in gravy. Everything. I want it all soaked in gravy. But you know what? Gravy is kind of a make or break. If it's not good gravy, if it's not good gravy grandma, then it could ruin a meal. But it must be brown gravy. Must be brown, no white gravy. It has a time and a place, and it's just not Thanksgiving. Next up, sweet potato casserole. It's a maybe. You know, for years, my whole life, I've seen the sweet potato casserole on the table, and I've always thought, that's intriguing. It's got marshmallows on it. What kid doesn't think that looks interesting? Marshmallows? It must be delicious. Then you eat it and you're like, this is kind of weird. I think it's like an adult thing. I think it's like a adjusted taste buds type of deal. You're not gonna like it unless you have mature taste buds. And honestly, I don't think I've ever given it a try. Maybe I'll give it a try this year. If I see it on the table, I'll give it a try. And that is a promise I'll make to you. And I'll get back to you on that. Corn, elite. I will be coming back for seconds. You know why? Because it's great. And I love corn, especially on the cob. I like corn in a lot of different ways. But cream corn, maybe. This is also a Thanksgiving staple, cream corn, but it's never been something that's that appealing to me. I have had it. I will eat it. If my plate's getting a little full, maybe it's getting a little heavy, I'm gonna skip on the cream corn, but I will not be skipping on cob corn, especially a nice sweet corn on the cob doused in butter. Next, stuffing. This is something that I've recently had a greater appreciation for, so it's going on the grate. Stuffing's good. I love stuffing. If you don't have stuffing with your Thanksgiving meal, I'm sorry, you're missing out. It's just got like a lot of flavors. It's got that bread. I'm gonna go with great, and I'm not moving that one. That one belongs there. Next up, roasted vegetables. This is also a maybe, because I feel like you can have roasted vegetables any other time of the year. It's just not necessarily a Thanksgiving essential, and I will not budge on that. Brussels sprouts, hard pass. I'm not going to eat Brussels sprouts for Thanksgiving. I feel like this is something that you have with a lot of other meals throughout the year that you don't necessarily want to eat either, but you're probably going to pass. Unless it's really baked with a lot of salt and it's nice and chewy, it's not too crunchy. I don't know, maybe the perfect balance of crunchy and chewy, but I'm hard passing it this Thanksgiving because it's just not necessary. We don't need it on the table. Next up, mac and cheese. It's going on the okay for now, because depending on how you cook your mac and cheese, what ingredients you use, what kind of cheeses you use, if you're using boxed, if you're home cooking that mac and cheese, it really depends, because you can have a mac and cheese that looks really good and it's just bland, it doesn't taste good, or it can be phenomenal. So the picture of this mac and cheese is probably throwing me off. It doesn't look too great, so I'm gonna put it on the okay, because it is kind of unconventional for Thanksgiving. It's something that is like kind of more modern. I feel like it's just a little modern twist on Thanksgiving, but it is something that a lot of people crave. They need it. They're obsessed with mac and cheese, but it's not traditional by any means, so it's going okay for now. Sparkling juice. Now, if I was 10 years old, this would be elite, but I'm 25 and I can drink the adult grape juice, so I don't need sparkling juice. It's a hard pass. It is kind of fun. It's nostalgic, especially New Year's. It's something that even to this day I see at the store and I'm like, it makes me smile. I remember being, 10 years old, you're drinking it on New Year's and you're just like so drunk. You're so drunk on sparkling juice. But now that I'm older, red wine goes elite status. It's the perfect wine for Thanksgiving meals because it's like heavier, it's sophisticated. It just feels like it goes with all of these elite foods. So we're going red wine as elite. Mashed potatoes, elite. Now, I have had mashed potatoes that have been ruined on Thanksgiving, and that is always a shame. If you add some random things or some old ingredients that's been sitting out for a while to your mashed potatoes, you go half-assed on the mashed potatoes, shame on you. Because mashed potatoes are an elite food and they are important. So you whip up the creamiest, fluffiest mashed potatoes that you can on Thanksgiving. You add the sour cream. You add butter. You add all the right ingredients. Don't overdo it. Next up, cranberry sauce. Hard pass. I don't get the cranberry sauce, but maybe it's because it's like in my family it's like not important. I've seen it on the table, but like, what do you put that on? Is that for turkey? Do you put that on the turkey? No thanks. Hard pass. Green bean casserole. Great. It's not elite, but it is great. To me, that's just where it lies. I love a good green bean casserole. I won't lie. My mom makes a fantastic green bean casserole that if you don't have it, you know that there's something missing in the meal. You always know. Next is, okay, I don't really know this word. Escaloged potatoes? Escaloged? I think my family, we just call these, I don't know, we don't call them that though. So
escallop.
Okay, this makes more sense. We call them scallop potatoes, and we usually eat them super cheesy like this. I'm gonna do a maybe, because the way they look, I have had potatoes like this, and I do enjoy them, but they definitely are not as good as mashed. So they're gonna go maybe. I mean, maybe I'd have them if the mashed potatoes aren't good. Next up, pumpkin pie. It's okay. I get that it's an essential for Thanksgiving meals, but it's okay. I will be putting a lot of whipped cream on top if I do happen to be hungry enough for pumpkin pie. Next, apple pie. I'm also gonna go okay with that. No, you know what? We're gonna go maybe with the apple pie, because it's a maybe for me. What this list is missing is pecan pie. It's elite. I will go back for seconds. I will be eating pecan pie for days. That's the only flaw with this tier. Looking back on this, everything's good with it. I like it all. Nothing's wrong with it except for pecan pie. That's the only thing that's missing. I am satisfied with this. Let me know. Are you picking a fight with me because of what I said? Let me know in the comments if you are upset by any of these choices. I had a lot of fun making this. I hope you had a lot of fun watching this. Let me know what your favorite Thanksgiving food is. For me, I have to say, it's not Thanksgiving if there's no stuffing. I said what I said. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, whether you're alone or with family. I hope it's still good. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye. Butter.